it's a hell of a thing in the book because you got Nogales, Arizona, and Nogales, Mexico, and they show a gate between them, and they say, "What's the difference?" And they said it's the governance, right? So, if what happened, they said if all the countries that have been conquered over 1,000 years ago are still under the same rule. So if thousands of years ago when Spain and France were conquering countries, what they did is they didn't just conquer. What they did, they conquered the countries. They pillaged the village. They raped the women. They did all of these things. They took all of the natural resources from this country, from all these countries, right? So when those people got in government, they did the exact same thing. This is one of the problems in Africa. It's a perpetual cycle of what happened when they were colonized and conquered. So if you take a look at what's going on in America now, when America was formed, it was formed by prisoners from England. So they had certain rights. They understood their rights. But within those rights, they had rights to have slaves. So this mentality, if you think about some of these countries that have been conquered over 1,000 years ago are still the same. And this is a 200-plus-year-old country. How the fuck you think it's gonna change all of a sudden? Do you think people's mentality automatically go away? Do you think if I am in charge of something, I'm eager to share it with you? I'm just being real.
No, that's right.
Why do I want to go give my position of power up to somebody else?
Oh, they gotta keep the line alive for sure. I definitely understand that part of it.
But I've been told these people are beneath me. Yeah. And I'm writing a book right now, and a big part of most people don't understand why slavery exists. And me and you've talked about this, Dre. And one of the examples I gave in my book is the biggest reason for slavery is because they have to racism. They don't understand why racism exists. You have to cause dissension. And because if you lived in a world of peace where we had no racism, no prejudice, everybody loved everybody, eventually that world would be only black. And let me explain my rationality for this. I'm gonna give you the perfect example that everybody can really relate to. Let's look at Barack Obama. White mother, black father. He went and married Michelle Obama. They have 2 kids that are black. Put all of those people, put Barack Obama, his 2 kids, his wife, his father, their grandmother, and their grandparents in the same picture. Their grandparents don't exist anymore. In 3 generations, their grandparents don't exist anymore. I don't give a damn who you are, whether you white, Mexican, Arab, whatever. Everybody want their seed to live. We seed killers. So if y'all saying when I see, I'm not gonna even go there. But when I see certain things, if you love, white people, and I'm not a racist at all. I don't care who you with, man. Keep your dick out of them. Cause that's how you really killing them.
Right.
I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. Y'all share with me if I'm wrong.
I mean, that's the code, you know what I'm saying? But, to touch on that, they played a hell of a game because slavery still exists and it's still written in the Constitution. That's why prisons are up and it's still legal to call us a slave in prison. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
Hey, like you say, put us out here with nothing and then see what we gonna do to try to get something.
The same thing they did to get what they got because they was out there with nothing.
Yeah, so. Yeah. But they not gonna allow us to do that.
No, not even a little bit.